Welcome back to Careful Boys. We are very careful boys, and today we're talking about how we all doing. A little check-in time.
Hey, check-in time.
A little check-in time. And we're gonna start, unfortunately, with Nick Dunn.
Get it out of the way, huh?
Next 9 minutes.
We're gonna have to break his wall down for a while.
You good these days?
What do you mean by doing? You mean like just what I'm doing right now, or like doing?
How are you doing?
Yeah, like I'm just sitting with the boys in Kalyne, you know.
We're 3/4 of the way through of 2023. Has the year been good for you?
Wow.
Have you been? You think it'll end the year with a bang? Did you do everything you wanted to do this year?
Yeah, I think it's going along a lot better than I thought it was gonna be, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like work-wise, it's been really good. We're trucking along on the goals that I kind of set for myself. So that's pretty cool.
What are some of the goals?
Just monetarily.
Oh.
Just hitting things that you want to hit and building the online side and the in-person stuff. So that's cool. It's fun. The gym is doing
Making money.
awesome. The students are great. Like it's overall work-wise is great. The puppies, you know, my kids, they're a little pain in the ass a little bit. That's been a little tougher than I thought it was gonna be, but it's okay. And then yeah, dude, everything's good. I can't really.
Read some books.
I just feel like
That's
yeah,
awesome.
for sure. I feel like it's good. I feel like it's trucking. I have nothing to complain about right now.
So this year's way better than last year so far.
Yeah, for sure. Less stressful, but also
That's really good.
yeah, less stressful. Overall.
What was stressful before last year?
Just work shit, you know, just trying to bounce back, trying to figure out like what the fuck is gonna happen, you know, after COVID.
I'll teach you how to tell a good story. You set it up with how fucking shitty your life was last year and what all the fucking things pissed you off and how you overcame it this year, because that is the truth.
I need to build it. But last year, like, even it was a little scary. It wasn't even that bad. Like I just feel like I'm real lucky, dude. I don't know. I just feel like things are trucking along, bro. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm jealous. Why has he got everything, this guy?
He's got the
Guy
looks.
got
He's got the.
everything.
Could I ask you what?
Joe looks like he's like the villain in your life, and he hasn't succeeded at defeating you.
He's Superman, man.
Can I ask you?
Going to.
Can I ask you?
He's already chipping away at
Can I
me.
ask you numerically what your goals were, and then how did you surpass it by how much?
He's like, I was only making 10 grand.
Yeah.
And
So-
now I want to make 100.
Wait, say that again.
So could I ask you numerically what were the goals that
Yeah,
you set, and then what did you end up with?
Should I say that?
Yeah.
Is it okay to say?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want to talk about it.
Wow, we came really close.
Bitch.
Close to the truth for
I
once.
see why Joe wants to destroy them.
Yeah, you should want to destroy me. Do you guys talk about that shit openly?
Yeah.
Like how much money?
Joe has a video dedicated on how much he lost on fucking.
Clearly, how much money slipped through my fingers, and that ain't even the fuck.
Different, right?
No, both.
Then
Both
like how
ways.
much money you're making a month.
You're not
like-
bragging. You're not bragging.
Yeah,
But also, if you don't feel
want to talk about
But if
that.
you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, honestly, I don't want to
I
talk
turned
about that.
$28,000 into a fucking $1 million twice.
Let's go, baby.
Suck my dick. Let's go, baby. And if you want to talk shit, you have to admit that I turned $28,000 into $1 million first before I lost it.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go. How are you feeling emotionally this year?
I don't want to talk about that. No, emotionally, you know, what I've been thinking about a lot recently. I feel like a piece of shit son. I feel
For
like,
real?
Yeah, I feel like that.
Me too.
Which one? To your dad or to your mom?
Probably to my mom, just because I feel like I could spend more time with her. But sometimes, like,
She annoying?
no, it's not that she's annoying. It's just like I always feel like there's just so much stuff to do. You know what I mean? Where I just feel like fuck. Like I procrastinate on that. Like I feel like I don't make enough time.
That's when you think of things to do when you can visit your mom, right? Then you go, oh, actually, I could go do this.
Well, you know what I've noticed? I think most people have two lists in their brain.
Yeah.
One's a logical, physical list, right? Like what I need to do, my career, whatever. But there's actually one free list that's like social, psychological, relationship based. But because that doesn't have like a certain guaranteed ROI, you think it's not that important.
Yeah.
But then there are times where you go, dude, if I just call my mom like once a week, that would make her the happiest woman. Like and it's free.
Right.
And it's like it can add so much more value to your life. But I think we're so focused on the physical, logical list that we try to like bang out all the time.
I think that's true. Like sometimes I try to get my mom to come in the gym at least once a week, where I train her and
That's
I work
cool.
out with her.
Wow.
Because I'm trying to get her to like get more fit.
That's awesome.
She was like she had osteoporosis, so she got to lift weights.
Oh, yeah, she
and
needs
all
to
that
squat
shit,
a little
you know?
bit.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So I try to do that stuff with her at least once a week.
Does that mean that the bones are weak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting like literally pores in your brain.
Brittle bones?
Yeah. But usually in her hips.
It's
right?
dangerous, yeah.
So it's like you got to put
Put her on that bear life.
shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's been good. But I feel like I need to do this spend more time outside of like the hour that I have with her.
But you do that though.
Outside. I try to, yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I try to do at least once a week. And even my sister too. I don't spend enough time with my sister, I don't think. And I feel like a shitbag brother for that.
You are, but thank you for opening up.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
You piece of shit, absent family member.
I do feel like a piece of shit.
Total shitbag. Kalyne, Lionheart.
I have a lot going on actually right now.
That's awesome.
I mean, in different aspects.
Oh, it was a bad one?
There's mixtures. Work is decently busy right now, which is good.
That's
Sweet.
good.
That really helps, the car financing situation, Kia boys, let's go. Fuck. So it was a mix of car getting stolen, Joe lending me his car for a month and a half, which
gem.
nobody else probably doesn't
we
know.
all knew he would.
That's awesome.
Like,
Gem.
I have many trucks.
That's
like,
awesome.
just so unnecessary, but so generous.
So helpful, I'm sure.
Like kind of
So helpful.
creepily helpful.
Not ulterior motives.
now that I think about it,
Yeah, like, come on.
Well, some would call that a toxic boss.
Joe is toxic,
some would
dude.
call that being a toxic boss, actually.
yeah, work.
I am a quite toxic boss, huh?
I heard that. I've heard that.
Shit, quite the opposite. So work's good. I feel like my friendships have developed more,
That's good.
which is good because my brother just recently moved out of LA, and he and
He
I
was
were
like,
close.
you guys were tight.
Boy, where do you move to?
He moved to live with my mom and help her.
Oh,
Yeah.
Word.
So it's a big sacrifice in a way too. For his own life, but it's also extremely needed. And I'm glad that they have each other. And my mom needs help. And just the industry's not working right now too. Like, he's an actor, he does stunts, he does all that. So it didn't make sense for him to stay, especially with my mom needing help.
Yeah, he wouldn't be allowed to work
I'm
anyway.
grateful too, because like I can't focus on what I need to be doing if I don't feel like she's being taken care of.
yeah.
So that's a big one. Like, my rock is not here anymore.
Do you feel lonely or?
In some ways, yeah.
How many brothers do you have?
Just one. Well,
Oh,
technically two, but just one.
okay.
Just one. And then just really been like focusing on fitness. That's been like my main thing.
That's very psychologically healthy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's helped a lot. And I just want to get to like the peak stage of my physical ability.
Margot Robbie. No, I mean, Gal Gadot.
Yeah, Margot Robbie's
You wanna
big.
be mid.
Yeah,
You wanna
we don't want to
be
be
mid.
big. Yeah.
What made
So
you want to
mid,
like
dude.
turn on the fitness like? Psh?
Well, I've always like dabbled in it, right? I've always like, my brother was a bodybuilder, and I kind of dabbled in it with him. I did boxing, I worked out with him a ton. I trained with him a ton, and I always kind of like was on the cusp of like maybe I want to go into this, maybe I don't, and then I'm just like, you know what? I just turned 31, so I was like, I just never. Thank you.
When's your birthday?
July 30th.
Oh shit! Happy birthday, dude!
Happy birthday.
My brother's was August 1st, so happy birthday to him too.
Happy birthday, Lance.
Leos and your
Yeah.
Lionheart. Shit.
Yeah.
Parents had you guys a month apart?
Yeah, my mom a year and a day apart. Yeah.
A month apart.
That was a
God
really
damn, that was fast.
all 3 trimesters in just.
Dude, Lionheart and your Leo.
Yeah.
You're a nightmare, I bet.
Yeah.
You're a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's very intimidating.
What was I talking about? Fitness.
Yeah.
I just want to like challenge myself mentally and physically to a stage that I feel like I always was on the cusp of doing it. And then I just recently kind of got into a little bit of an injury, so there's that too. So, but we don't think she's that bad.
Yeah, it's a little
Well,
hiccup,
we're used
little
to it.
speed
We're
bump.
gonna be okay.
It's all part of it.
That's nothings.
Yeah, and then also debating if I want to stay in LA. Still,
Where
that's
would-
still been the conversation for.
Where would you
the
go?
last
I maybe
few
know a
years.
little bit about this, but where'd you go?
I don't know if I would be happy in Las Vegas, guys. I feel like Las
Edit that out.
Vegas is like for people who have like partners and families and like, you know, it's like
Not there yet.
I'm not there yet.
Oh, that's right.
Go to
I feel like
Used to be the single lady.
I need to find like another. I don't even know if it's a city, but it needs to be somewhere where I can double my workload as far as like film.
Yeah.
Georgia.
But then I also like here's the thing, like things happen so frequently and randomly when it comes to like jobs that, you know, if I need to make a quick like $5,000-$6,000 off of a random job that is booked in LA and I'm in Nashville or something, it's very hard to do that. So I'm kind of stuck here.
So it is easier to be in Nevada, you're saying?
45 minutes.
Well, that's the thing
50
is I'm like
bucks for a plane ticket.
that's the only option of like
Like
making
45-minute
it
flight or
make
anything like that.
somewhat sense. is
Unless you're on
Nevada.
Spirit, then they charge you 70 bucks for a fucking bag.
Yeah.
Plus
now
50
now
bucks.
your ticket's $200
Forget it.
for
Yeah,
45
fuck that.
minutes. So, yeah. I don't know, a lot of things to figure out.
Well done.
To
Hell yeah.
keep going.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, thank you.
Joseph Jitsukawa.
What's your deal, dude?
I woke up the other day thinking, you know what? This is probably the happiest I've been. And
That's awesome, bro.
yeah,
Wow, that's
yeah,
awesome.
it's because yes, thank you guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't know if you remember, but I was telling you this like a couple years ago where I was like, you know what's crazy is we would just say and speak this into the air like, wouldn't it be great if our life was like this? And then every single time we've executed every single idea that we've had about like, what if YouTube was a full-time job? Or what if this was that, right? And then so I feel like at that point, my mind started to believe that anything that I just wished would work. And so something happened along the way where everything was just normal. Like everything just, you lose kind of gratitude and you're just in the mix
It
and you're working.
normalizes.
Yeah, and then like I think I was going through this weird, I don't know if depression is the right word, but it was losing a sense of self. Where
I saw that with you.
yeah, I knew all my goals. I knew what I wanted at one point, and then I got to a point where, you know, I wasn't in the best relationship, and it was a very tough time, even with my career, my choices. I was like, oh, this is not actually. I'm not like doing things and living how I want to live, and then so
You were living a drained life.
I was tired. I was like, yeah, there was all kinds of issues. And then rebuilding and sorting it out, like, how did it get here? And like, what happened along the way where I lost focus? And what do I care about now? Like what, you know, so there was a lot of that. And then during COVID, I was like, yeah, maybe I just want to retire. Maybe I'm burnt out. Maybe I did too much, right? And then so that's when the whole year we just played, like me and my buddies just snowboarded as much as we wanted to. We did all kinds of shit. And then I realized like living a life of just pleasure is pretty boring after month 2. Where like you can swim all you want and play all you want, but then like there's something else that you need to produce or create or give or earn or something, right? And also I wanted like maybe, you know, to build a group or whatever it was in my head. It's like, oh, I had a great time with my JK crew. Maybe that's what I needed. And then later, I think just looking back, I didn't know that my head was like, was saying like, you're ready for a stage in life to go to the next part, which is family building, being an adult, doing this. It's not about like making a mark, creating content, but it's really about like, how do you build a community? And those are the things I think that I was searching for, which I woke up one day and going like, oh shit, this is what I was planning subconsciously and I executed. Because me and David were talking about this like 3 years ago, like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we had a business in Hawaii, we just lived here? And I'm like, yeah, that would be awesome, let's do it. And then
Manifested it almost.
yeah, and then I mean like it's something where like I'm working toward it, and in the process I'm like, yo, this is fucking annoying. This is hard. This is crazy. I might lose a lot of money.
People have
again.
no idea what you went through.
Yeah. I mean, I even got to the point where like I was losing $5K a month. I only had like 10, 20 grand in my account. I was pulling loans. I was at a really like, it's like my net worth on paper might look like, hey, you got this and I can get loans, but like in my actual account and how much was coming in, every month was like, oh shit, we gotta get this going. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen in 3 months. And I calculated, I got 4 fucking months until I'm wiped out, and I gotta start selling my rings, my guns, my everything. And then I'm like, yeah, it was a fucking weird time. And then so now like this month I'm breaking even. So then I think like waking up to that, and then even in Hawaii, I wasn't living the dream. I was like building a business, right? And it's like a self-inflicted torture that I did. Mm-hmm. But then in that process, I lost the whole overall goal, which was I imagined myself waking up, swimming, coming into work. I have these lovely employees that I'm just like, you guys are fucking awesome. We're growing together. I'm learning with them. That was the imagination. It wasn't playing out like that. And just the other week, it played exactly like that.
Nice.
I met up with my buddy Brownie, 5 in the morning. We were fucking surfing.
Nice.
And I'm like, after that, I get on a fucking Zoom business meeting in the parking lot at the beach.
That's tight.
And I'm talking to these business suits like, yo, I'm at the beach. And then after that,
And the suits here. Like, this is my dream. Great,
Yeah.
dude. Wow, great.
What did he say?
Fucking,
This guy wearing a wetsuit?
Cover the microphone. Get a windscreen for the fucking thing.
and I'm there, like, I come home and like, it's fucking, I have like Hannah's there. She's like cooked me something, and then like I'm just like, this is fucking dope. This is what I wanted, and 2 years later, it panned out. And then it was like, and then I was thinking, I probably wouldn't have appreciated this without the torture.
No, that's true. That's very real.
Because I was talking about this to Hannah. I was like, she's like, I think it was meant for you to lose that money. And I'm like, why? And then she goes, well, you probably would have solved this problem of like with Jumbi and all that. You would have just thrown money at the situation, hired a manager, done it, and then you just would have been like watching passive. And then she's like, you wouldn't have learned all the business skills that you did through this and appreciated.
That's true.
And we also bonded as a family there. Like so many things happened from that. Like
She's a wise lady. Yeah, for real.
our relationship got stronger. My nephews became men.
That's cool.
Like because they moved in with me.
Yeah.
They never work ever. They're not lazy, but the experience that we got to share together, I saw them from timid, quiet boys to now like confident guys giving instructions to people and guiding and mentoring. And I was like, that is fucking sick.
Love it.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel great.
Right, man.
Yeah.
Here, bro.
Ryan, take it away.
Today's video is brought to you by Warby Parker. Have you ever looked online and went shopping and said, man, look at all these cool sunglasses, but you know what? I don't know if any of these are gonna look good on my face, so I'll just bother to not buying them. Have you ever felt that? Because I know exactly how that feels like. And so that's why I like working here with Warby Parker, because you could do their home try-on kit. You can pick the different types of glasses that you feel fits your face, and then they'll send it to you. You put it on your face and you look at yourself in the mirror and go, sexy and smooth. And you either get to keep it, or if you don't like it, you send it right back.
Warby Parker offers you everything for happier eyes. You got eyeglasses, sunglasses, contacts, and even eye exams. And you can shop with them online or in stores.
Glasses start at $95, including prescription lenses.
That's a good deal. Try Warby Parker's free home try-on program. Order 5 pairs of glasses to try on at home for free, like Joe was talking about. There's no obligation to buy, ships free, and even includes a free prepaid shipping label. Try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/off-the-record.
I think for me, I don't know if I have One thing that I know is different and is a very good thing is that like this is probably the most like secure that I've ever felt in my own like internally, like about myself, because like I spent so many years just being closet insecure about a lot of shit, and or I felt like kind of like I always thought I was emotionally fragile because things would just affect me like in an unhealthy degree, and I think now, which is like
is it like when you go home it affects you? Because it feels like nothing affects you like when we're like around.
Yeah.
Is it like at home you go home and you're like, oh damn, that kind of hit me
Things
hard.
come in.
I think just like, I mean, not since I've been here, but like growing up in like my teen years and then my early 20s, even my early 30s, like I was very like, I would just think too much. Like I would just internalize a lot of shit. And if I felt offended, people would be like, nothing fucking offends this guy. But then I would be wrestling with it like mentally.
Yeah.
And I would eventually get to the right place, but I would have to take a fucking trip. And I think like that hurt a lot of my like romantic relationships because I just fucking make more problems in my head. But slowly, like over time, like I kind of, even in the beginning of my relationship with Smack, I was still kind of like that. And it would be a harder time to arrive at the productive conclusion. Like if something she said, I felt like, what the fuck was the meaning behind that? You know, just unnecessary bullshit. But I think like now it's the most I've stopped and realized like, oh, I don't, even if I didn't have this problem in the past couple years, I think now I've realized it's been gone and it didn't hit me until this year.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it didn't hit me that I was authentically fine instead of having to trying to be fine. Like instead of like going through the motion and like even though it's a good result to go, okay, nah, it doesn't bug me. But like now it happens automatically that I'm like okay with shit the way.
Was there like a specific moment that you just had that realization?
I think it's just like late ass maturity or something. I don't know what it is. I think you're just so used to these habits that you have.
You're like an old naked man at the gym who doesn't give a fuck.
The one that's got the blow dryer with his fucking dick hanging out. He's like
Stepping up.
I don't give a fuck.
You got that kind of confidence. Yeah, that's me in my head. Yeah.
Brian's cool, man.
And you know what it also is? It's like getting older is pretty fucking hard. Like especially one of my things was like I was afraid of you know that like whole Asian thing where you look so young for so many years and
Then you turn into a turtle.
exactly they turn into a turtle and I'm like, is this the turtle year? Like is this the
It's gonna happen.
turtle year?
Is it the year of the turtle?
Wondering, you know?
Oh my god.
And then I just started to just not give a shit anymore. I'm just like, I think it's fine.
If the turtle comes, the turtle comes.
Yeah, and I like how things have turned out. I'm glad I didn't, Botox myself to a fucking another person.
Yeah, dude, right.
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
You look great.
Thanks, man. But I think on the negative side of things, kind of the same thing as you. Like I feel like a piece of shit son too.
Hey, what's up?
But it's in the way that like, clock's always ticking,
Yeah.
and you would think, common sense wise, as your parents get older, then you're gonna be there more. And I definitely am there less. And my parents live 20 minutes away from me. But some fucking reason I can't do it.
There's just so much trauma though. It's hard.
It's weird. It's like you just, and like I was saying, like you find, like that's the time that I get responsible about life. If I know I have time to visit my parents and I go, oh, but I can't, I have to go do this, like I should go be productive. And it's like, no, you asshole, you could have just went over there and like given a few hours, but.
But also, they have to set up an environment where they, like, you wanna fucking see them.
That's very true.
Yeah, I think
You know?
they to be fair, they have. Like they're
Okay.
so fucking cool today, and they're great. But again, it's just the old habits. It's like it takes a long fucking time to like.
Joe, his dad's like, hey, we should like be more open with each other, and fucking Ryan made clown on his ass.
Yeah, that's right. That was freaking 30 years ago too.
That's
Yeah.
People don't forget.
I think that's the part
You're
that
holding on to the past, obviously, and that's
Yeah.
informing the now. And
it's just not in.
You can shed it,
Yeah,
but-
it's not in the reflex yet to take on the responsibility and act on it. And I think this year's the year for that. Of like, I mean, you may not have next year to do it. So it's like.
I heard that kids do bring families together though, like because now there's a reason for the family to meet.
so have a kid.
Yeah.
Have a kid.
Just do it already.
I asked my mom if she wanted me to have a kid if she felt like it was something that was taking too long, and she was like, "Oh, just get married. That's okay." I was like, "You're sweet."
Not at the wedlock.
Yeah, but I don't think they don't put a pressure on me to do that. But I think it really is. If there's one thing that I would like to work on diligently, It's just shut the fuck up and go see them.
When are you gonna go see them?
No. I got you for another 30.
Yeah, I mean they live in freaking Downey, man. It's so
No, but
close.
seriously,
Yeah.
I relate to that heavy because when my dad passed away, I thought I was doing like him proud by always working and always focusing on being productive.
Yeah.
And when he passed away, I was like, damn, like there's no time like the present.
Facts,
True.
bro.
Yeah. Even when I am there, I'm like not there. You know what I mean? Like I'm in the house. I'm face to face with my mom. We're
You're
sitting
physically there, but your
Bro,
brain.
and I'm just like we're both kind of like. So what do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
It's like I don't think adult me ever developed the correct like rapport with them. So, but then I think now is the time to just who gives a shit. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what you have with them. You have the time, and there's barely any left.
Yes.
Bart
Barely
Kwan.
any left.
Bart Kwan, what do you got?
I feel like this year has been going pretty good. Really, really happy with this year so far. Last year was pretty tough because I think from a family standpoint, so that's when Taika was dealing with like all his seizures and stuff. And this year, so far, he's been 10 months seizure free.
Wow.
Hey,
10 months.
10 months.
Baby.
So he's already been weaned off his first medication, and then in 2 more months he'll be off his second medication, and then it will just be on his own and see if everything is cool. So that's really good. And then that was kind of getting in the way of his school. So like he was like he got kicked out of one school, and then with my past, I'm like fuck. Like there's just it. You would think that like I got kicked out of a bunch of schools because my parents were immigrants and they didn't have all the tools to give me the healthy upbringing that I need. But I'm like, but me and Gio don't really have that excuse. Like we're both Americans, we speak the language, like we know how the school system works.
Yeah.
So I would feel like a huge failure if my kid followed in my footsteps, you know. But we found another school. He did really, really good. And then one thing that was really that I'm really happy to have been able to pass on to him is I grew up with ADHD, so I know the way that I have to learn is different. And so in the most bro way, how I like to explain it is I think most people can learn like in 3 sets of 10. So if you're like bench, right, it's like 3 sets of 10. They can do all 10 reps. What I realize is when you have ADD, on rep 3 you're somewhere else. So you actually have to do 10 sets of 3. But at the end of the day, both of you guys get your 30 reps in, but you have to do it differently. So most people, they can go English time, right? And for a whole hour. That never worked for me. So with Taika, what we started doing is to help catch him up, because he had to be out of school for like 2 or 3 months when he ended up getting kicked out before the next semester started. We had to brush him up on work. And it makes more sense to go like, all right, Taika, here's an hour we're gonna work on English, here's another hour, let's work on math. But I'm like, but that didn't work for me. So what we did with him is the 10 sets of 3. So like just every new hour, we're just gonna brush up on something for 5 minutes and then go play, go play. I don't wanna burn you out. But then by the end of the day, he'll still get his hour in.
Yeah.
And we started doing that so much every single day before breakfast, just 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. This motherfucker's in kindergarten, he's doing 2nd grade math now.
wow.
Like he could add like 3 digits over 3 digits, he could do multiplication, he can read, and I'm like, oh shit, just by like us giving that 5 minutes and kind of like helping him learn the way that I wish I was taught, because I am able to, because I understand how ADD works. He needs more frequency and like less volume than the regular person.
It's gonna be so sick for him when he has a job and he can only work for 5 minutes. It's gonna be really
A 24-hour shift, but I only work 5 minutes at a time.
He's somehow a really good employee, I don't know.
He makes it work. He's all, what the fuck do you mean 8-hour shift?
He just needs to work at Google and never leave.
Yeah, I'm calling my dad.
He just needs like a remote job at Oracle.
Tell you how I learned.
Yeah, so that's going really, really good.
Sweet.
And then and the other thing that's going good is like, what's pretty funny is I've owned Barbell Brigade for like 10 years, and for the majority of it, I think I've been fat. And I think I've always, in my mind, have made it a thing where like, oh, I also do half comedy stuff, so I don't have to be like fit or whatever. So I felt like I gave myself a lot of like excuses and crutches. And so last year was the first year I was like, you know what, fuck this shit. Like I always feel like I'm like holding myself back because I'm like hiding behind certain personality traits. I'm like, I should just go full in. Like if I should just go full into fitness. So I ended up doing a marathon like 2 years ago, and then last year I started losing weight, and then I always told myself I would never do a bodybuilding show because I just like I don't have the discipline to stick to diets or whatever and all that. So I kind of
You're saying that, dude.
So I was already like kind of giving myself that like this is why I'll never do it, or this is why I'll fail, or whatever, you know. And I was like, that probably means the thing that I say I'll never do or don't want to do is probably the thing I should be doing the most.
Oh, to break out the limited beliefs.
Yeah.
For real.
So that's why I went hardcore this year, and I've actually dieted for like a whole year now. And I went from like 20, almost 30% body fat, almost down to like 10 now. And I have a show in 2 weeks.
Show him, dude.
Show him.
Show him.
And then
You want me to tell about my money, dude? Show him what
you say your money. You didn't even say your
dude, show
money.
your
No.
Say your money. Say your money's a great line.
So yeah, I have a show in 2 weeks, and I feel really good. Like this is the best shape I've ever been in my life. And
You look phenomenal, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
that's
think
crazy.
you're gonna be less than me, and this is the first time in our friendship where he's gonna weigh less than me.
And I've known
That's a
Joe.
big deal.
I've known Joe for like almost 20 years.
He knew me when I was 130 pounds.
Push him around a little bit.
Shit.
Yeah, and it's cool because next year I turn 40, so I feel like I'm alley-ooping myself.
That's a massive alley-oop.
Yeah, where I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna enter my 40s in the best shape of my life.
Yeah.
Even when I did martial arts before, because I've always been heavier set, I was like, I can never last more than like a round or two. And then now my conditioning is actually like really good. I feel super good, I feel athletic, and I feel like I'm like in a really good physical shape to be a good dad, good husband, and all that stuff. So like, I feel like everything is going super good. But like you guys, the part that I feel like that's my invisible list that I need to work on is for sure my mom. And I think there's a lot of trauma there. So like, I don't want to be a good son by obligation and like going through the motions. Yeah. I want to feel it. So I'm trying to work on because I'm from the outside, it might look like I'm a good son. Oh, he talks to his mom here, but like that's like a physical shell, you know. But the inside, it's like I'm fucking resisting the whole time.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get myself to a point where like we can have some healing, and it feels like my mom's really receptive, and I think she wants the same. So hopefully she could be less annoying and we could get there.
Hopefully she's watching this video.
That's perfect.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome, Bart.
Steven Greene, dude. What you got, brother?
Look, dude, look, I'll be honest, I'm gonna be 38 this month, at the end of the month, and it's one of those things where, you know, I think if I told myself when I was like 15 years old, you're gonna be 38, you're not gonna have kids, you're gonna love your wife more than anything, but she won't give you anal, I would say that's bullshit. No, but
Because you're like, all women will give me anal.
yeah, of course they want to fuck in the butt. That's all. That's what the porn says.
Yeah.
But no, I think for me,
Designed for it.
for me, I think that, you know, gosh, so many things have happened. I think it all comes from my mission statement. Like, I'm one of those people who's just driven by one fucking thing, and for me, it's revenge. And so
Your mission statement is one word.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty simple.
Look, I turned $28,000 into $1 million twice. And then the fucking world came back and fucked me. And you know what? This next run, I'm gonna fuck it right back. And that's what it's all about.
The comeback, baby.
I'm in the game.
Kalyne got into some woo today.
Yep.
Nick got some woo today.
Who are you getting revenge on?
The fucking world.
The world. Well, mostly
Go Kwan.
the multinational,
Stick to the man.
the multinational conglomerates who fucked us.
Yeah.
Like probably Alameda Research, FTX. These guys.
Yeah.
They fucked Luna during the DPEG incident.
And you know he's not even getting in trouble for it.
No, he's not. He's getting a fucking sweetheart deal from the Justice Department.
Pieces of shit.
Hell yeah. I can't wait to wave my flag. But, you know, yeah, but also, you know, Nikki has been pivoting from like being tuber scum to like doing more poker stuff. And so it's been honestly so fun. Like just to like be in those circles. It feels like early YouTube again, like in a way that I haven't experienced in forever. Yeah. Because we were both there at early tuber stages, and like when barely anyone was even doing tuber, and everyone thought you were fucking dumb and tuber scum back then. Yeah. So I've come full circle. Now I call them tuber scum. My bad. Now I call them tuber scum. Yeah. But that's the point, right? It's like it's one of those things where I just think that, you know, I got hit hard. I got caught with my pants down, if you will. But it's all about how you react to it. It's all about how you respond and how you get up from it. And that's what I'm in the middle of doing right now. But it's a process. So
it is pretty cool to see that transformation. Not even transformation, but like that attitude of like, yeah, I got fucked over, but wait to see the next one. It is pretty fucking cool to see.
It's fun, dude. But it's fun, especially because if you've been there before, and I have, you're like, well, I have the tools to do it again, so it'll be fine. But it just sucks to have to wait. Yeah. Like that's the
patience game.
The patience game.
That's exactly why I did what I did. Because I don't have the patience you do to just wait for the seasons to change.
For sure.
I gotta stay active.
I know.
I'll go fucking crazy.
But for me, we're at a stage right now, 3 months to make it.
Yep.
And then the Bitcoin halving's gonna come, and then shit's gonna get fucking crazy again. And then everyone's gonna be FOMOing in, but I'm already in the black because I've been DCAing the whole fucking run. And it's just about discipline, not being stupid, knowing why you bought what you bought, and not fucking it up because you could fuck it all up right here. So, but then, God, you guys are nailing it today. My ma, like I could be a better son for sure. I've been saying that for years, I think, but I always think it's good to want to be a better son anyway. But my mom just lost her mom. And so, you know, I think I could be a way better son that way. I've been kind of avoiding her on the phone, but I kind of always do that. But like, it's just because it's such a bummer. Because she just lost her mom, and then my mom's a hoarder, and she was like going through all her stuff, and she's like sending us pictures of like random toys. Like, I give a fuck. She's like, here's a Ninja Turtle with his hair burned off, and I'm like, I didn't even know Ninja Turtles had hair.
That's like my mom. She always sends me she sends me pictures of a fucking vegetarian lunch. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Fuck. But yeah, you don't know what they're going through, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Obviously,
way of connecting and trying to like get out of whatever they're going through.
She's nostalging, and she's like going through something. And shit.
You guys ever tell your moms like the reason why I don't talk to you is you're not that entertaining?
That's a good icebreaker.
Well, I did tell my mom yesterday or 2 days ago, like, our relationship would be better if we weren't so annoying.
What'd she say?
She says, "Can you please teach me to not be annoying?" I'm like,
Oh,
I'll teach you.
That would crush me to death.
I'd have to take a knee after her.
And then I had a follow-up right after. I was like, the first step is actually listening. Because she's the type of person that's like, if I like this, everyone else does, so I show you love by giving you what I like. But I'm like, if
Vegetarian platter.
That's where the oatmeal cookies comes in.
Tycho already told you he fucking hates oatmeal cookies, and you give him 12,000 of them, he's not feeling any of your love. So she actually went out to buy chocolate chip cookies.
Wow.
So I'm like, she's learning, you know?
Also, very quickly, very thankful for this place. Love you boys.
Yes.
Seriously, love you.
very
Queen.
Yes, seriously.
Seriously,
guys.
this place is a godsend. I hope everyone, you know, I'm really glad that we hit the 2 mil. That's awesome. But like, I hope that, like, you know, hope we're back into the growth period where everyone, like, I can tell everyone's really excited to be here. Yeah. But like, I'm excited to just keep on testing new formats with you guys and fucking around and having fun and like, I don't know, you guys are the best.
This is still like, to be honest, like this is the realest place in my life. Like realest.
That's cool, bro.
Where it really is like everybody's actually saying the thing that they want to say.
Yeah. Credit to Joe and Bart for creating that environment and maintaining that environment.
Right.
Not easy.
You guys are fucking amazing. You know, we can't make this happen if it's just me and Bart talking all day. Yeah. We have to collect down ass people to have an actual group conversation
And be on the same page.
Yeah.
And always get each other's backs.
Yeah. And we went through a lot of people. They came and went, but still, you know, it's like, I think like it's just hard to find that, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it really does feel like we're all like it's all just friends again.
Yeah.
Which is tight.
Yep.
Like,
And I feel, and then the audience feels it too.
Yeah.
Like they love the new era. That's why they're here, you know?
Yeah.
I can't wait to break it up, dude.
Nick's gonna destroy it. And he's gonna. Why I left JK?
Say your number, dude. What the fuck's your number? Fucking.
Say your money is a great response.
Show me your abs then.
Say your money.
Drama alert does a tweet. Nick Dunn is done at JK.
By the way, I really love say your money as a response to show your dick.
Show your money then.
Save your money, save it.